Please occupy your seats and remain seated. Please occupy your seats and remain seated. Please occupy your seats. Please occupy your seats and remain seated. Members of the audience and the graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats. Members of the audience and the graduating students are requested to occupy their seats. I request the members of the audience to occupy their seats and remain. Members of the audience and the graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats.
Row in charges, kindly ensure the parents are seated in the parent arena and students are seated in their designated areas. Request the row in charges to kindly ensure everybody is seated.
I request the audience to be seated. I request the members of the audience to occupy their seats quickly. Please occupy your seats quickly and remain seated.
Shut!
The procession is on. We request everyone to kindly take your seats and remain seated.
Gentlemen!
Bro, వెనకాల
विसर्जन करने की अनुमति जाता हूँ। Gentlemen! Good! Good! Shut! Good! Visakhapatnam! Gentlemen!
Our Vice President of our society and our first Vice Chancellor. Chandra Sekhar Hyderabad. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Chandra is our Vizag. Meena Garu is our Chief Administrative Officer, IAS Officer retired. Our Dean of Architecture. Durga Prasad Garu, governing body member. Tapovartan Garu, another governing body member. Gandhi Garu, another governing body member. VSR Prasad Garu is now EC member of Andhra University, former board of management member.
Senior.
ఓకే
ఇదండి అందరి ఇక్కడ వెళ్ళాము కలిసి respect my father, my dad first come. So this is a we'll take a group photo.
సరే ఓకేనా బ్రో
graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats. The graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats. The graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats. The graduates are requested to occupy their allotted seats. Members of the audience and the graduating students are requested to occupy their allotted seats and remain seated. Quickly occupy your seats and remain seated. Please occupy your seats and remain seated. Please occupy your seats and remain seated. Please occupy your seats and remain seated. The academic procession will be arriving soon, and I request you all to clear the entrance area. The academic procession will be arriving soon. I request you all to clear the entrance area. Kindly occupy your seats and remain seated. 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 Please maintain the decorum during the proceedings of the convocation. Please maintain the decorum during the convocation. The academic procession is arriving soon. Please clear the entrance area. The academic procession is arriving soon. Please clear the entrance area. While the academic procession enters the convocation arena, the candidates, invited guests, and the visitors shall remain standing until the members of the procession take their allotted seats on the dais. Invocation. Opening of 17th Convocation.
Declare the 17th Convocation open.
Address by Professor Virender Singh Chauhan, Chancellor.
First of all, welcome everyone for the 17th Convocation of the University. Dr. Chandra Sekhar, Union Minister of Rural Development and Communication, President, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Secretary of the University, my fellow friends on the stage, invited guests in front of me, well-wisher and parents of the graduating students, I welcome you all. But most importantly, I welcome the graduating students who are extremely fortunate to, I think, to have come to this university, being part of the university and are now of the family of the university for the rest of your life. Welcome. I'm going to share just a couple of thoughts which I've been rotating in my head for a while. First of them is really about, but before I say that, let me just get this out of the way first, that the occasion today for the students and for the parents who've invested in their education is one of the happiest occasion. It's a landmark in your life, and we all collectively celebrate that. Going to the two ideas that I'm going to share with you, which you will find, hopefully you'll find relevant. One is something which is in my mind for a long time is the information, collection of information, dissemination of information, and any idea of converting that education into knowledge within your own heads or otherwise. The information world is like a big, huge ocean. From this information, what do you select to get probably has become one of the major issues now. The sources of information are almost becoming infinite. What would you choose to see? What would you not choose to see? Hopefully will entirely be decided by you and not by algorithms or by advertising agencies. So has been in my mind. I deal with younger people and I'm very happy for that all my life. And that continues to happen, so it's very good to, so they are reflection to me of the times that we live in. And this question keeps coming. If there's so much of information around, what is it that should bother you? What is it that should interest you? And I just gave a talk before I came here. That talk was on viral infections and the vaccines and how to stop future pandemics. Are we prepared for them? And from that, I kept thinking that the different kind of viral infections are already among us, and none of us is untouched by that. And these infections, if I can use the word inverted commas infections, are really omnipresent everywhere. And the quotation that I remember from my lecture was written sometime in 1988. Was written for viral infection is saying that if a child dies somewhere else in the world, don't think your child will not be the next. You take that in 26. I don't want to make it a serious discussion, but I want you to consider this. Because many things about this world will be the generation that belongs to you. And becomes even more important in the context of our country. So it's not a boast, it's true that the population or young population in India is probably the largest in the world. We have large population, but among us the large population is you. So the future actually is on your shoulder. So what information you seek to choose, what information you seek to collect, and then critically analyze. It becomes important. For example, when the World Cup was going on, there were fires in Canada, not very far from New Jersey. And there was a question whether the World Cup final can be played or not. So should that be concern in India? Or should the fires in the Western Europe throughout the summer, and the fact that the next year probably will be the hottest year mankind has ever seen, should that be concerned or not? Or should just be simply worry, be panic, cautious? I think that will depend on you. That something has to be done, who will do it, governments will do it, they take up. If I gave this talk here in 2016, then I probably would be talking about climate change. Because so much data available by 2013, 14, 15, that this is inevitable. We are in 2026. We are saying exactly the same thing. So I'll finish my first idea is that something happens elsewhere, far away from the world. Given today's information availability, no one remains unaffected by the events which might happen in Greece or happen in Portugal. We will be affected. So if the trade war going on of any kind, we will be affected. If other kinds of wars going on, we will be affected. Just immerse that idea sometime in the head. And this is when you become parent, you'll have children, you have family, you'll have jobs. You are already in the top 2% of the country. And so therefore critical thinking has to come to you. So my second and final thought, which is actually I wrote something in 2001. That's when the online education, massive MOOCs, open online education was done. And everybody thought the education is democratic. Everybody would have access to any part of the world, anytime. But I'm not going to labor this, that hasn't happened. The brick and mortar universities are very much alive, in fact more alive than ever before. And you are one of the product of that. But the idea I want to share about and that's the question we asked then. What are universities for? Or you may extend this question, what is education for? So if your education in past 4 years, liberal or otherwise, technical, whatever, what does it prepare for you? And something that is thrown on the education is prepare you for the job. So we have written that. I personally thought that was a bad idea because you will be trained when you come to a university education, you will be trained in chemistry, physics, mathematics, engineering. Of course you will be good at it, you'll have skills and you'll find jobs. But if the jobs is the only thing for education, then I think we lost something. So what is education for? My personal belief is, and I hope most of you will agree, education is to educate you. And what does that mean? Of course, it skills you. Now today there seems to be no boundary between skill and education, but there has to be a line between education. education should teach you or should have taught you in a university like this that how to listen to somebody else, how to enter a debate, how to have a flexible mind, intellectually flexible, who comes across an idea which is not your own idea and you're not repulsed by this. So I think more important than that, personally, I feel in my own life, empathy for others. If education can't teach us to have empathy for others, then I think something is missing in education. And I hope all of you will see that when you go out in a fascinating world, it's a confusing word, but it's a fascinating word outside. When you walk outside, it's the world will accept you with open arms, but go with great caution. Make sure that whatever you do, whenever you do it honestly. Remember that there will be no shortcut to hard work. If you did that, you'll be fearless. Your critical thinking that you learned here, your sense of empathy, your sense of accepting a debate, your sense of listening to someone, your sense of helping somebody, will is the to me that's the only purpose of education. So I'm going to just stop you. I just want to wish you great luck. I have many times I've stood in. I've always said we are at the crossroad. The country is at the crossroad. We've done many things very successfully. Polio eradication, best immunization program in the world, large number of women in our education system. But many things need to be done. And you'll be the custodian of that. Look at the challenges, make your own future, follow your ambition, follow your nose with your ambition, and you will never be unsuccessful. My best wishes to you.
Address by Sri M. Sri Bharat, President GITAM and Honorable Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, Visakhapatnam constituency.
Good morning, dear students, family members, and staff of GITAM, and all the distinguished guests on the dais. As you all graduate from GITAM this year, I normally like to interact, so I like to ask students, do you know the vision of GITAM? I'll give you a few seconds for you to think about it, but I will tell you. GITAM will be an exceptional knowledge-driven institution advancing on a culture of honesty and compassion to make a difference to the world. As you graduate today, I would like you to think about this vision, go to our website, read it again, and see which aspects of this vision are you already embodying and which aspects you have to work on. We have two guests here. I'd like to talk about them, and you can connect it to our vision. As we choose guests as our chief guest or as our honorary doctorate, we are thinking, how can they be good role models, good examples for you all? They are both doctors. One, after studying undergraduate, he went more into the management side. He did an MPhil in hospital administration. Then he did a master's in public administration at Harvard. But the interesting thing is he didn't leave his place of education. He studied in Mysore, That is where he did his medical education, undergraduate education. During college, he started the Swami Vivekananda Youth Movement Organization. And for over 30 years, everything that he has done has centered around Mysore and Karnataka. After that, he was invited to come and serve the nation in the Capacity Building Commission, and now the highest planning body of the country, Niti Aayog. He is the full-time member of the Niti Aayog. This is an example of someone who worked in the grassroots and said if you understand the grassroots and you make policy that will impact them, you need to know how they work. And his work has been recognized and the country has called him to Delhi. We are thankful to our Balasubramanian Garu for accepting our invitation to come and receive the honorary doctorate in Vizag. The next is our chief guest, Dr. Pemmasani Chandra Sekhar. I only know him since the last 3 years, personally. I heard about him about a decade ago. Normally in politics, it's very difficult to find people that I like. And it's difficult to find people who I look up to. He's one of those few people, maybe I can count on my fingers. He's not only a role model, I'm lucky that he is my peer. He won as a member of parliament in Guntur. Now he is a minister, but as a member of parliament, he's my competition. So my team is constantly studying what is he doing in Guntur and how can we learn from it or how can we do better than him. He's older than him. Sometimes I make fun of him that you're doing this because you're older than me, but he runs faster than people like me. I don't think I have the discipline or the hard work that he has embodied. His journey is also similar. He started in a small village, Buripalam. He studied in Telugu medium. He told me this recently. And when he wrote the MSET medical examination, he got 27th rank in the state. He was the first ranker in Telugu medium. The 26 rankers who got above him were all English medium. And then he studied medicine here. But unlike Balasubramanian Garu, he chose to go to the US for further education. And during his education there, he found an idea to solve a problem. And that is where UWorld was born. And he has helped countless graduates in the US medical education system to come to the US because of helping them prepare for it. And now the company does many more things. He also has, I don't know whether it's famous or infamous, but the title of the richest Lok Sabha MP. All of it through his own hard work, not ill-gotten wealth, but through his sheer tenacity, innovation, hard work. It's great to have such role models because when you are surrounded by people who succumb to the system, when you find people who don't, who remain true to their purpose, who demonstrate through their work, and fortunately he was recognized and given the responsibility as a Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications. Now, normally, I come from a family of politicians. Historically, I have seen that Ministers of State are not given as much responsibility as the cabinet ministers. In some cases, maybe they don't want to take the responsibility also. He's one of those unusual MOSs who probably does as much work as many cabinet ministers. His focus on the postal department, an organization that was losing a lot of money, is losing a lot of money. Year on year, he has been able to save 2,000 crores each year just because of his interventions. And he's confident that by 2029, operationally, it's going to be a surplus generating entity for the government of India, which means he will save us 10,000 crores every year, 12,000 crores every year. So when one person at the top has a vision and works hard. It's not glamorous. I see many social media influencers who get many more views than what he gets on Instagram, but he's building, helping build and rebuild the nation. We're thankful for him to accept. I think I want to end. I don't want to take too much time because he has some thoughts he'd like to share with you, and our honorary doctorate has also. I was thinking, how do I describe him? I should give a pop culture reference for students. So I was, as soon as I thought of him, the name Srimantudu, Mahesh Babu's movie, came to me. Now there's an interesting analogy over there. In Srimantudu, the hero is the inheritor of a lot of wealth. He did not create the wealth, but in his case, he created the wealth. In Srimantudu, the hero goes to the village and learns about the problems. But he grew up in the village. He knows the problems of the village, and he always wanted to give back. Although he lived in the US for 25 years, he did not give up his citizenship to India, and that is why he has been able to come back and contest. But the interesting part is, I mentioned Buripalam. Now the hero Mahesh Babu is from the same village, Buripalam. And that is where he has adopted the village after the movie because his father was born there. And our chief guest, Dr. Pemmasani Chandra Sekhar, is from that same village, Buripalam. So I felt it's appropriate that we call him Srimantudu with slight conditions. We are grateful to them. And I think for the students, what you must take, how do you remain true to your purpose in spite of difficulties? How do you work hard and achieve long-term goals? A lot of people I see succumb after 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Here are examples of two people who stuck to their path for 3 decades, more than 3 decades. And the country has called them to help make India a better place for all of you and to help India become a strong nation in the world, a nation that leads the way for other nations. We are grateful to such people, and we are honored that they have accepted our invitation to come here, to come and share their thoughts with you. And hence, I don't want to take too much of the time. I wish you all the best, students. I want to thank all the parents and family members who have come here to witness this in person. This is the first time that we have done a convocation graduation ceremony of this scale, seating you all in one location. But seeing you all here looks amazing, and I hope these memories are cherished for a lifetime. Thank you.
Introducing the chief guest.
Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani is a distinguished physician, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and public servant whose remarkable career represents a rare confluence of medical excellence, educational innovation, entrepreneurial leadership, and commitment to public service. He currently serves as Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India. He is also the founder and chief executive officer of UWorld, a global leader in examination preparation for students and professionals in medicine, nursing, pharmacy, law, accounting, and finance. A graduate of Osmania Medical College, Hyderabad, Dr. Pemmasani secured the 27th rank among approximately 60,000 candidates in the medical entrance examination. He completed his residency in internal medicine at Geisinger Medical Center, Pennsylvania, and subsequently served as an attending physician and faculty member at Johns Hopkins University Sinai Hospital. In 2001, while still pursuing his medical residency, Dr. Pemmasani began developing case-based questions for the United States medical licensing examination to address the need for affordable, high-quality learning resources. With the support of his brother, Mr. Ravi Shankar Pemmasani, and his wife, Mrs. Sri Ratna Koneru, this pioneering initiative evolved into UWorld. Today, UWorld is trusted by students and professionals worldwide and has transformed the landscape of preparation for several competitive and professional licensing examinations. Dr. Pemmasani's accomplishments in medicine and entrepreneurship are complemented by his enduring commitment to philanthropy. His initiatives have supported healthcare for uninsured patients, access to clean drinking water, educational assistance for deserving students, disaster relief, and community welfare. His journey from physician and visionary entrepreneur to national leader exemplifies the transformative power of knowledge, compassion, and public service. In recognition of his outstanding contributions to medicine, education, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, nation building, and public service, GITAM takes immense pride in honoring Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani on this memorable occasion. I now request the President, the Chancellor, and the Vice Chancellor to felicitate our Chief Guest, Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani.
Convocation address by the Chief Guest.
Thank you. గీతం అధ్యక్షులు, గౌరవ పార్లమెంటు సభ్యులు, నా సహచరుడు, నా సోదరుడని గర్వంగా చెప్పుకునేటువంటి వ్యక్తి, బంగారు మనస్సు, అపారమైనటువంటి మేధస్సు, గీతమును ప్రపంచ స్థాయి విశ్వవిద్యాలయంగా తీర్చిదిద్దాలనేటువంటి దృఢమైన సంకల్పం, దార్శనికత కలిగినటువంటి శ్రీ భరత్ గారికి, ఛాన్సలర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ వీరేంద్ర సింగ్ చౌహాన్ జీ, వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ హెరల్డ్ డిసౌజా జీ, వీరందరితో పాటు రక్తంలో ఉత్సాహం, ఆలోచనలలో కొత్తదనం, అడుగుల్లో ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం నింపుకున్నటువంటి విద్యార్థిని విద్యార్థులకు మీ రేపటి భవిష్యత్తు కోసం తమ నేటి జీవితాన్ని త్యాగం చేసినటువంటి తల్లిదండ్రులకు, మీ మేధస్సుకు మెరుగులు దిద్ది మీ భవిష్యత్తుకు బాటలు వేసినటువంటి గురువులకు, కౌన్సిల్ మెంబర్లకు, గీతం యూనివర్సిటీని అభివృద్ధి చేస్తున్న అందరికీ కూడా నా మనస్ఫూర్తిగా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతా ఉన్నాను. విద్య ఒక వ్యక్తి జీవితాన్నే కాదు, ఒక సమాజ భవిష్యత్తుని మార్చగలగదు అని నమ్మినటువంటి మహనీయుడు డాక్టర్ ఎంబీబీఎస్ మూర్తి గారు. ఆయన మన మధ్య లేకపోయినా ఆయన ఆలోచనలు ప్రతి తరగతి గదిలో, ఆయన ఆశయాలు ప్రతి విద్యార్థి విజయంలో కూడా ఈరోజు సజీవంగా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. గీతం ఆయన భావితరాలకు అందించినటువంటి ఒక శాశ్వత వారసత్వం అని నేను తెలియజేసుకుంటా ఉన్నాను. ఒక వ్యక్తి కన్న కళ నేడు వేలాది మంది విద్యార్థుల భవిష్యత్తుకు ఒక వెలుగైంది. అదే మూర్తి గారి గొప్పతనం అని మీ అందరికీ నేను తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నా. అదేవిధంగా ఇప్పుడు ఆ గీతం భవిష్యత్తుని ఈరోజు భరత్ గారు ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్తా ఉన్నారు. ఆయన ఇందాక నా గురించి చాలా చెప్పారు, ధన్యవాదాలు. అయితే వారి గురించి కూడా ఒక మాట చెప్పాలి. పార్లమెంటు కమిటీస్లో ఆయన కూడా ఉన్నారు, మంత్రిగా లేకపోయినా కూడా. ఆ పార్లమెంటు కమిటీల్లో ఉన్నత విద్యకి, అదేవిధంగా విశ్వవిద్యాలయాలలో జరిగేటువంటి అనేక సమస్యలకి అన్నిటికీ కూడా ఈరోజు వారు ఒక విజన్ తోటి చూపిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి వారందరికీ కేవలం గీతం విశ్వవిద్యాలయమే కాకుండా ప్రపంచం మన భారతదేశంలో ఉన్న అన్ని విద్యాలయాల్లో మార్పుకు ప్రోత్సాహం కలిగిస్తున్న వారికి మరొక్కసారి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతా ఉన్నాను నేను. Then it comes to today. Today is a celebration of many of your aspirations and achievements. I call convocation is a commencement because this is actually the start of your real responsibilities, but with lot of friends and confidence unlike before. You are also graduating at an extraordinary moment. As you all know, artificial intelligence is transforming professions. Robots are rewriting industries. But at the same time, India is emerging as one of the world's most important economic and technological powers. There is no doubt that some jobs will disappear, and skills that are available today may become outdated tomorrow. And it has happened countless times in the history. In the year 2000, technology came. Many have to upgrade their skills, and technology has become a continuous process. And even the people that have been that have had the jobs for so many decades still have to upgrade their skills. And it will be the same with your generation, and every time one opportunity goes, 10 other opportunities will be created. But the way one should think, at least the way I think about it, many of them told my story, but what they didn't tell me, actually when I went to America, when I got my medicine, we were below middle class family. When I went to America, my total assets was minus 30 lakhs. That means my family had a 30 lakh debt with zero assets. My parents were never studied. They studied 5th grade, 7th grade, 10th grade. 5th grade is my mother. I think 9th grade is my father. They had a small hotel. But still, I was able to overcome many of the obstacles. And this is the mindset one should have today, because the world is rapidly changing. Change is not a wall. It is a wave, like the one that you are sitting and watching over the beach. If you know how to ride the tide, you will go to places where you have never imagined. But if you consider these challenges as a wall, then it will obviously be overwhelming. And whatever I tell you is based on my real life experience. As they have said, I built an iconic company. There are 1,000 PhDs, professors from Harvard to everywhere work with me. To hire those 1,000 people, I probably interviewed 10,000 people. And whatever I tell you, and I fired many people, and I rewarded many people. And these are standardized principles that work for everybody, regardless of which industry you are in. These will help you if you pay attention, and whenever you are in a low mood, you watch this talk again and again. And some of you, you are very young, you may not understand the depth of what I am saying today, but when you become 40, 45 or 50 years, when you have some experience, you will understand what the meaning of this talk. And if you don't want to experience that, you pay attention and then you plan it. So so that you don't have to go through the same process that we have gone and understood in a painful process. So whatever the degree you are holding today, whether it is engineering, pharmacy, law, management, what you are getting, what you are actually holding today is a permission. It's not a destination. Many of you, in any university you go there, you have top performers, A plus, A. There are always some Bs, some C. But there is a good news for everybody. And these are not my opinion. These are the studies that have shown. There is a Boston University researcher, Karen Arnold. He tracked 81 valedictorians, top of the top performers, over a period of time from graduation to their success in life. They all have become good doctors, lawyers, study corporate professionals. But unfortunately, none of them have created or disrupted an industry and changed the world. That doesn't mean they are not good. You know, I'm also one of the top performer, but I also changed. But this is 80 valedictorians that he studied, you know, obviously small sample, but what it tells you is, these are the straight A students, follow systems perfectly, they never question, and they don't think about rebuilding them. So they follow the conformity. That is why they are not able to do this. But at the same time, they have a very luxurious life. They are respected. They are good. So if you are that A person, congratulations, keep up the good work, and you keep continue whatever you are doing. But at the same time, you can become like me also. But the other good news for the people who are in B and C, these are the people actually, if you look at the self-made millionaires around the world, the average college GPA was 2.923. These are the B student average. Why? Yeah, I mean, these are countless stories. Steve Jobs dropped out of the college. And we have one person here, CCL Products, Rajendra Prasad. He has built one of the world's largest coffee company, CCL Products. I don't think he studied in coffee. But whenever you talk to him, he has that passion and he talks 1 hour, 2 hours about coffee and it blends. I mean, that's the difference why some B and C people, because they are around the society, they understand the society, they see the problems and they go and fix it. So what it means, the other study that has done is Adam Grant. What he did, what he looked at the organizational psychology of many people. The correlation between job performance and success with the grades fizzles out after 3 years. So whoever got the A grades and all the exceptional people, when they go into the jobs, next 3 years, they will perform much better. But the other people who learn how to actually be successful in life, they will be able to catch up in year 3. And that's when the trajectory changes for some of the best people in this world. So therefore, if you are a B or C, do not get discouraged, because 3 or 4 years of college doesn't mean anything. Today, you know, when I started as a doctor, right, I practiced for several years. Then I built an edtech business, became a successful businessman. Now I became a politician and a minister. Look at the trajectory that I have changed. But the reason I became a minister and I was able to communicate is because I also studied in government school until the 10th grade. So this is, I became a A grader in my intermediate, but all the time before 10th grade, I was a B grader and C grader. Actually didn't study much, but I understood the society very well. So this is what I would like to tell you. This is not my single experience. This is the studies people have done in organizational psychology and all of that. So what it really takes to be successful? Now, that is the real question, right? So the two things that have repeatedly shown people to become extremely successful are, one is conscientiousness. In Telugu, called kartavya nishta. What does that mean? Badhyata, nibaddhata, kramasikshana. Kalipite kartavya nishta. This is called conscientiousness. This is being organized. This is being punctual. This is being self-disciplined. And this is being reliable. So organize, keeping your spaces clean so your mind will be clean. Seems simple, but 90% people cannot do it. Punctual, show up on time. In politics, I'll tell you, these are all real life examples. Here in politics, there is a story. Ministers or the MPs come on time. They don't come on time. They look at the crowd and they come if there is enough crowd. And the crowd, minister or MPs will come anyway late, so let's go 10 minutes late. This is the mindset. In my own constituency or in any meeting, I always go 2 to 5 minutes before. Even if my MLA doesn't come, if the crowd doesn't come, after 3-4 months, what happens? This person comes on time, I better go early. This is how you change the mindset of the people. Being punctual. Do not follow just because, even today, there was some discussion, our people are there. I told them, let's go, when we go, they will come. These seem simple, but what happens is when the cycle of delayness comes, people wait and wait, it loses the productivity of the people. They will be coming, many people who want to be punctual, they come on time. They waste their time for other people. So this is the same thing even when you go to the offices. Being punctual, self-disciplined and reliable. That means when you say a word, you know that you will do it. Because when you don't keep your word, they don't know next time whether you will do it or not. So this whole set of principles is called conscientiousness. Second is grit. In Telugu, orpu plus pattudala. Orpu ante firmness in mind and unyielding courage. Regardless of the circumstances, if you know this is right, and if you know you are working on something, you should never give up on that one. But at the same time, you have to calculate, you have to have a right mentors. So having that grit and conscientiousness, if you don't know any of these words, I suggest majority of you, please go and read and understand what these meant. These will serve you a long way. And then the other things to be successful are intense desire to be successful. Define your success. What do you mean by success? Many people think success means having a good house, good designation, a big house, or a recognition. That is not what success is. Success is creating something that's valuable for others, being respected in the society for what you do, and leaving a legacy, whatever may be that. Whether being a good professor, or building a company, or being a good employee. So understanding the desire and the definition of the success is important for somebody to know it. Because a title can give you authority, but it would not give you a respect. Money can give you comfort, but it will not give you a purpose. After some time, everybody eats the same thing. Money will not give you the purpose. So this desire has to be obsessive desire. It's not a wish, casual wish. If you want to be, for example, if you want to be rich, you write it on your wall. What do you mean by rich? By what time? It cannot be a casual wish. And if you write it on a wall, I want to be this, and by this time, then your mind will start working towards that goal. If you don't have that clear goal, you will be wandering in the streets. So write that goal. So my one point you want to take is, if you dream vaguely, you achieve rarely. If you don't know anything, you just write. If you dream vaguely, you achieve rarely. Then, the other important principle for anybody to be successful, other than the grades, what I told you, is focused and deep knowledge in one area. Most people do the mistake of gaining general knowledge. General knowledge is helpful, and wide, shallow knowledge. What you want to know is you pick up some area that really interests you because you inherently know what you are good at it. And if you don't know, you ask 5, 10 people around you, what do you see greatness about me? And why do people come to you for an advice? That is the intuition. No one will tell you. This intuition will define you what you know, what you are going to be good at it, and you go deep and create value to others. So this is the important. One word that you want to remember is, depth is like a spotlight, breadth is like a night light. You understand? So keep the depth and get an expertise in that. And the third thing is, many of you may or may not get the employment, but even if you get an employment, dream beyond employment. I want to tell you several stories. You look at the Skyroot people that went into space recently. These are the people that worked in NASA. They saw some of the bureaucratic issues. They thought they could do a private space industry much better than others. They came out and they built a Skyroot. This is one secret. You enter into an industry where you really like, you develop a depth in that subject matter, and then you come out. You come out with the team, and you see the problems that the existing companies are not solving. You go and solve that problem. This is how you end up being a creator than a simple consumer. So one meaningful solution, if you can identify for a problem, it can help thousands of lives. And the other important thing is take risks. Many wait for the perfect idea, perfect opportunity, and perfect time. This never happens to anybody. And you have to start before you are completely ready. You have to take calculated risks. Everybody says what that means. I'll give you my own example. I have a beautiful life in America. I have Rolls Royce. I have the best houses. I have all assistants. I have 1,000+ employees. I make a lot of money. I sleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I go to exercise. And I have evening, Saturday, Sunday, I spend time with my friends and family. Beautiful life. And then, political opportunity came to me. And I asked 10 other people, what should I do? Just for information. Not a single one suggested me to go into the politics. Not a single one. Everyone said, are you mad? Why are you going into the politics? They are dirty. You have to lie. You have to cheat. They will use you. They will use your money. These are the things that people will tell you. But at the heart, the intuition will tell you, I can make a change. That single intuition of mine took the calculated risk that I want to go. Comfort is okay. Let me take out of my comfort zone. And you see how God rewarded me. This is what you guys have to understand. One way to remember, because you are all from the Vizag, a ship may be safest in the harbor, but ships are not meant to stay in the harbor. There are people who are meant to go and change the world. And if you believe you are one of them, you should take that calculated risk. Then only you will get rewarded. The other thing, there are a lot of people, they think success is easy and it can be achieved in short time. But I can tell you, there are no shortcuts for success. There are no shortcuts to anything worth that this world respects you and rewards you, does it in a short period of time. It took me 20 years to build my company. Even the CCL product, Rajendra Prasad, it took 30 years for him to build his coffee business to the world-class level. Even GITAM University was started in 1980. You look at, how it is. It takes time. So the mindset should be changed. Shortcuts, this is one way. One is understanding shortcut. I will give you my practical examples of what people try to do shortcuts in my political arena. I get a lot of parents in desperate, can you give a job to my kid? I understand the parents, but what you are missing is the opportunity for the person to experience and learn in a painful way. No, nothing can be taught than a painful experience. You should, any parent or somebody should go and ask the people, can you advise him how to get a job? Not give a job. There should not be influence. They should have the ability to get a job by learning a skill. And that is the mindset somebody, before you ask somebody to go and give me a job, always think yourself, why should somebody give me a job? The question that you ask, why someone should give me a job, you don't need any advice from anybody. Because they are paying you to create a value for them. What value can you create? It's a simple question. Understand those. Don't fall for speculation, get too rich schemes. Because anything that's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. It just doesn't happen. Don't go for steroids and overnight transformations. It just doesn't happen. You have to go to gym every day. You have to eat portion-controlled meal consistently to be fit. Don't try to copy. Try to be creative. I mean, I hate to say this example. In our country, if somebody starts with a TV name, TV 8 or 9, somebody starts TV 5, TV 4, TV 1. That's not creativity. Come on, go and get at least, don't copy someone's hard work and innovation. If you don't know how to be creative, there are ways to learn how to be creative. Go and search in ChatGPT. How can I be creative? Everything, whether it is creativity, leadership, everything can be learned. Nothing is born with DNA. Our brain is so remarkable, you can learn any skill. And then try to build credibility rather than virality. These days, Instagram and other stuff, everybody wants to be an influencer and you want to create virality. That might work for a couple days, but in the long run, only credibility works. Finally, don't go to jugaad. Follow the systems. Jugaad is whatever it takes, shortcuts, whatever means. It just doesn't help you in the long run. So there are two more things I want to tell. These are probably the most important of all. Character is everything. Protect it. Because this is how the character travels. For example, in my own department, a new secretary has been posted. One of my personal staff told me about the secretary in half an hour before that secretary could join in 2 weeks. A complete story. Your character travels before you take a step. And you think nobody watches. Everybody watches. The only way you can be perfect is actually being a perfect. So these are extremely important because most of the jobs, whether you want to go for a new job, whether you want a career promotion, most of the times 70% of the jobs get filled by the people within the network. Why would they pick somebody whose reputation is average or below average? If I am recommending somebody, I want to make sure that person creates value and I get a good name. Otherwise, smart people would not recommend a person with a character that is flawed. So therefore, what does that mean? Being honest, even during the most difficult times. And working like a team, giving credit to others, not stealing the credit, and not owning the responsibility for your own mistakes. So having this kind of character is what I have seen. Extremely capable people, so many people, they are highly intelligent, but you cannot trust them for important work. Therefore, This is the quote you want to remember. Your degree might open doors for you, but your character decides which rooms you are allowed to in. And then, as I told you, balanced lifestyle. I already told you, no one can be busier than me. I still play 1 hour badminton. I do 20 minutes of exercise. And morning to evening, I do ministerial activity. And night 8:30 to 11, 12, I manage my company in US. And Saturday, Sunday, I work in the Constitution with a lot of public. So no one can be more busier than me. So make sure you maintain balanced lifestyle with exercise, eat well, and be socially active. So a lot of people ask me, this is another important thing many people don't understand before it becomes too late. There are studies for people who lived longest. Who are the people that lived longest? There are only two standardized predictors. One, having a good social network. Social network doesn't mean having hundreds and hundreds of people. Having 4 or 5 people where you can really trust, they will be there for you regardless of what you offer, and they will be taking care of you if you are in trouble. Just 5, 6 people, having good people with you and having a purposeful work is what makes you live longer. And this is the final, always have a gratitude. Remember the people behind your success. Okay, whether it is, obviously a parent, a teacher, a supportive friend. These are the people that have patiently and consistently supported you. So never ever forget those 3 people. With my last quote, I will end this. Your name may be printed on this degree certificate, but many hands helped you write your success story. With that, and I wish you good luck. Find great mentors, have a positive attitude about life, face challenges, and conquer the world. And I hope there are several thousand people here. At least few of them can become like us and motivate other people in the future. Then my talk would be worthwhile. And I wish you again good luck. Thank you.
Award of Honorary Doctorate to Dr. R. Balasubramaniam.
Let the recipient of the honorary doctorate be presented.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present Dr. Ramaswamy Balasubramaniam, a distinguished grassroots development practitioner and public policy expert who currently serves as a full-time member of the National Institution for Transforming India, Niti Aayog, Government of India, following more than 3 decades of work among the tribal and rural communities of Karnataka before carrying those lessons into academia, public policy, and government service. Born in Bengaluru in 1965, Dr. Balasubramaniam studied medicine at Mysore Medical College, graduating with an MBBS degree. Inspired by the complete works of Swami Vivekananda and moved by a patient's death, attributed as much to poverty as to disease, he resolved to dedicate his life to India's most underserved communities. On 1st December 1984, while still a medical student, he founded the Swami Vivekananda Youth Movement and spent 3 decades living and working among the tribal communities of Hegda Devankot in Karnataka's Western Ghats, building the Shankara Community Health Center and the Vivekananda Memorial Hospital at Saragur and the Viveka Tribal Center for Learning. SVYM today serves 3.5 million people across 31 districts of Karnataka and has been recognized internationally with a WHO award for excellence in primary healthcare and a UN-AIDS award for its work in HIV/AIDS prevention. Dr. Balasubramaniam has been an equally determined advocate for the rights of the communities he has served, petitioning the National Human Rights Commission in 1998 on behalf of tribal families displaced by the Kabini Reservoir and Bandipur Tiger Reserve, and leading a 350-kilometer Padayatra in 2008 to promote the Right to Information Act. In 2011, he founded the Grassroots Research and Advocacy Movement to carry the voice of grassroots communities into public policy. His commitment to teaching and research spans leading institutions worldwide. He earned a master's in public administration from Harvard University's Kennedy School as a Mason Fellow, was awarded a PhD in leadership and management in 2025, and held the Frank H.D. Rhodes Professorship at Cornell University, where he was later recognized by the Merrill Presidential Scholars. He is presently adjunct faculty at the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and has served as a short-term consultant to the World Bank and on the UN AIDS evaluation team for the Global Fund for AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria. This same conviction carried him from the Karnataka Lokayukta, where he served as Special Investigator into the Government of India's Capacity Building Commission as member, Human Resources, extending Mission Karma Yogi training to 15 state governments. In May 2026, he was appointed a full-time member of the Niti Aayog, and he also chairs the Advisory Committee of the Social Stock Exchange at the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Dr. Balasubramaniam is the author of 10 books, including The Inner Charioteer, The Power Within, I, The Citizen, and Voices from the Grassroots, and writes with equal ease in Kannada and English. His journey from a young medical student inspired by Vivekananda to a national policymaker exemplifies the transformative power of compassion, conviction, and grassroots service. In recognition of his outstanding contributions to grassroots development, public policy, education, and public service, GITAM takes immense pride in honoring Dr. Ramaswamy Balasubramaniam with the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters on this memorable occasion. Mr. Chancellor, may I request you to be so kind as to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters on Dr. Balasubramaniam.
On behalf of the Executive Council of GITAM, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor, I confer upon you the Doctor of Letters of this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with this degree, and I authorize you to wear the stole ordained as the insignia of your degree.
Response by Dr. R. Balasubramaniam.
Chancellor of this wonderful university, Dr. Singh, the President of GITAM, Sri Bharatji, Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Chandra Sekhar, who gave such an inspirational address, the Vice Chancellors, students, faculty, and family members here today. It gives me great honor. It's an extraordinarily happy occasion for me and an honor to be receiving this honorary doctorate. And it will be a failure on my part if I were to say that I am deserving of the doctorate. I think this doctorate actually belongs to the thousands of indigenous tribal communities that I lived with and shared my life for close to 40 years. Living in the forest with the Jain Kurbas, Kadu Kurbas, understanding their way of life is what taught me what human development is, what true sustainability actually means, and what the word leadership as a lived experience that I could learn from them. And this doctorate actually belongs to that community wisdom of India, which is hardly recognized but spoken about in several occasions. And for GITAM to actually confer an honorary doctorate on people like me is also a great recognition, because normally when people reach out to give honorary doctorates, they're people who are already very popular, people who are cinema stars, cricket players, or big industrialists. But to have somebody like me who was hardly noticed, I was more noticed when I was arrested than when I was actually doing the work. And for GITAM to recognize not just me, for years I've been recognizing people like me, itself is a tribute to this wonderful university. The second reason why I consider myself very special to be getting a doctorate from GITAM is because my ideals were Vivekananda and Mahatma Gandhi, and a university named after Gandhi. It gives me great delight that I'm able to receive something here today. So thank you again. And finally, as I accept this doctorate, I can't resist but share what Swami Vivekananda wrote to the king of Mysore. You know, he stayed at Mysore, and recently the little ashram, that a small 10 by 10 room, we can't even call it an ashram, that he stayed in, has been converted into a national heritage. And the Honorable Prime Minister just this month inaugurated it at Mysore. And he, in a letter to the Maharaja of Mysore, writes, "My dear Prince, the vanities of life are transient, but he alone lives who lives for others. The rest are more dead than alive." I think this is the one message I would like to leave all the students here today. You come from a university which has given you life. Live it to the fullest in your service to others. Otherwise, life is not worth living at all. And I can tell you, it's not just an obligation for you. I think graduating from this university makes it a national responsibility for you too. And so I wish you the very best as you go out there and make this world a truly better place for all of us, and participate in building the Vikasit Bharat that all of us are dreaming about. Thank you.
Best PhD Thesis Award.
Mr. Chancellor, kindly permit me to present to you the recipient of the Best Thesis Award. Dr. Pooja Jana obtained a master's degree in English literature from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam in 2016. Dr. Jana's ardent zeal for research led her to join the PhD program in the Department of English under the supervision of Dr. Chintaluri Venkata Padmaja at the GITAM School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Visakhapatnam. Her thesis, titled Unveiling the Shadows, Studying Environmental Trauma and Non-Human Agency in Select Novels of Indian Crisis Fiction, positions itself within the realm of the environmental humanities. Her research develops the concept of the non-human archive, the argument that ecological agents such as rivers, animals, and toxic landscapes function as material repositories of environmental trauma. The thesis provides critical grounding for how Indian literature articulates environmental injustice and socio-economic vulnerability in the developing world. She was awarded her PhD degree in November 2025. Dr. Pooja Jana has published two Q1 Scopus Index papers to her credit in reputed international journals, which includes Veins of Poison 2023 on Green Criminology and Swarga, and Green Shadows 2024 on the Eco-Gothic in Wide Sargasso Sea. She is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of English and Other Languages, GITAM School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Visakhapatnam. In recognition of Dr. Pooja Jana's quality research, her doctoral thesis has been selected for the Professor M. Gangadhara Rao Best Thesis Award for the year 2026.
Award of degrees and medals.
Respected Vice Chancellor, please permit the deans, the heads of the schools, institutes to present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD degrees.
Let the graduating students be presented.
Award of degrees of Master of Architecture and Bachelor of Architecture.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Master of Architecture and Bachelor of Architecture.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Commerce.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names here are with submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Masters of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Commerce. Doctor of Philosophy, Budumuru Usha Rani. Chirra Babu Rao. Sasmita Swain. Wait. Bharatam Pavan Kalyan. Thokala Devi. Nisha Kumari. Shri Ramaneni Suman Datta. Vandrangi Shushmita Patnaik, Akankya Panda, Sheikh Raza Asif, Sindhuja Papu, Balaji Bharadwaj Vedula, M. Narayana, Chandana Valluripalli, President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in Master of Business Administration, Sai Kiran Kantayat, President's Gold Medal for first ranker in BCom with ACCA, Satvika Surapaneni, President's Gold Medal for overall UG and PG programs, Satvika Surapaneni.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Technology, and Bachelor of Technology.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admissions to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Technology, and Bachelor of Technology. PhD in Biotechnology, Ravi Vital Kandisa. PhD in Civil Engineering, Neeraja Medapati. Partha Sardi Kokida. PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Govind Rao Tamminaina. Ramesh Gorle. P. Sramani. Peddi Anudeep. S. Sri Surya Srikant. Maganti Apparao. Venkata Prasanna Sarvari. Srinivasulu Ummadisetti. SV Bharat Kumar Reddy, Srinivas Babu Gottipati, Lakshmi Balla, G. Aswani Kumar, Gopu V.R. Munikumar, Indra Devi Gedala, Allu Venkateswar Rao, PhD in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Gajaprasad, Vinod Kumar K, PhD in Mechanical Engineering, KSVS Chandra, R. Durga Venkata Prasad, K. Bhavani, B.V. Vamsi Krishna. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in MTech Food Processing Technology, Chintala Jyotirmai. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Biotechnology, Divya Pachigolla. For the first ranker in BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, Pudu Geeta Ram.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Technology, and Bachelor of Technology.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Technology, and Bachelor of Technology. Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in Computer Science and Engineering, Rama Lakshmi Boyapati. Dasari Indu. Bhaskar Prakash Costa. Bangaru Lakshmi Mahanti. Allu Ramakrishna. Vadana Mahesh. Girish Reddy Gini. Vidate Sonali Rajaram. G. Vijay Lakshmi. Ishwar Patnala. A.N. Sanjeev Kumar. Koka Vijay. Sri Lakshmi Cherupuri. PhD in Information Technology, Konda Srikar Gaud. Lavanya Vemalapalli. Gold medals. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in MTech Data Science, Kavya Kalivarapu. President's Gold Medal for the overall first ranker from all branches of BTech, Sai Prasida Atluri. She's also Dr. Kolluri Lakshmi Gold Medal for the overall first rank holder among girl students across all BTech branches, and President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Devesh Gogia. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Cyber Security, Boddepalli Trikaran Tribhuvansai. Okay. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Cyber Security, Boddepalli Trikaran Tribhuvansai. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Data Science, Vinnakota Nitish Raj. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Internet of Things, Chatti Ravindranath Tagore. President's Gold Medal for the first ranker in BTech Computer Science and Engineering and Business Systems, Vishnu Botla Srichand.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, and Bachelor of Arts.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, and Bachelor of Arts. PhD in Applied Psychology, Mohana Rupa Nekanti. Chaitanya Muppala. Boyanapalli Geeta Kumari. Geeta Bhatt. And T. Jayalakshmi. PhD in Development Studies, Namala Satyakishan Kumar. PhD in English, Kolla Swati. Sasikumar Karri. And the President's Gold Medal for first ranker in ME Applied Psychology goes to Arya Ajit.
Award of degrees of LLM, BA, LLB honors and BBA, LLB honors.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admissions to the degrees of LLM, BLLB honors and BLLB honors. Gold medals. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in LLM Corporate and Commercial Law, Divya V. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in BLLB honors, Bamidi Priti. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in BBLLB honors, Udandi Kavyashri.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Pharmacy and Bachelor of Pharmacy.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Pharmacy and Bachelor of Pharmacy. PhD in Pharmacy, Siriki Pallavi. Vasudev Reddy M. Giratkar Rajesh Pandurang. Ram Chakradhar Devani. Nambaru Sailaja. Kuchi Manjura. Ponnaganti S.S. Prasanna Kumar. Allam Sasikala. Anita Raj Panigrahi. K. Anusha. Jajili Eluru. B.A.N.V. Harita. Kotaru Manvita. Kotaru Manvita. Soumya Adapa. B. Josna. Jeenat Banu. Purnima Guruvelli. Sai Gnaneshwari Aluri. B. Saujanya. B. Nagarani. మేడిశెట్టి గాయత్రీ దేవి, పతివాడ మానస, ఠాకూర్ రేఖాబాయి, వడగా అనిల్ కుమార్, రాజ్యలక్ష్మి నిమ్మగడ్డ, మణికాంత్ రెడ్డి యారాల, విఎస్ క్షీరభవాని ఏ, బుక్కపట్నం వెంకటేష్, President's Gold Medal for first ranker in M.Pharmacy Pharmacology, Snehil Prathihar. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in B Pharmacy, Debakshika Das. Thank you, sir.
Award of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, Master of Computer Applications, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Computer Applications.
Sir, Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, Master of Computer Applications, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Computer Applications. PhD in Mathematics, M. Madhuri. Manta P. Ramamurthy. Arun Kumar Saripalli. Kanakaya Namana. Harsha Shastri Vadeparpati. PNVL Sashikala. Surapati Ramadevi. Loud. Syamala Ramadevu. Vijay Kumar Chalumuri. K. Kanti Saujanya. Loud. G. Kanakalakshmi. Chandaka Uma Shankar. Yeah, go. Ishwara Satyanarayana. Gudivada Srinivasa Rao. Sarvalakshmi Surampalli. Suracha Nirisha. Lalita Devi Gali. Akkireddy Narasimharao. Jaina Pranavi. Shubhashini L. Indupriya Gudivada. PhD in Biotechnology, Barisingi Sudharani. Pratyash Ushus M. John. Ambati Tirupati Rao. Shivaprasad Darzi. PhD in Chemistry, Yeduru Venkatesh. Srinivas Torati. Srinivas Torati. Singham Setti Rangaswamy. G. Shivakumar. Slowly. Ashok Ettam. Ashok is absent. Kotapalli Radha Krishna Prasad Rao. Vasupavani DVR. Satish Kumar Komati. Vallu Lakshmi Narayana. Vijay Chandra Gorre. Ummi Amala. Anil Kumar Behera. Santosh Kumar Navara. Kalyani Mallidi. Shripada Vaddepatti. Surisetti Madhuri. Valluri Padmapriya. Janardana Naidu. Suresh Kumar Madilla. Veera Prakash. Aruna Kumari Koppaka. PhD in Electronics, Subhashini Arasada. PhD in Environmental Science, Hemalata Vegi. M. Nagajaya Sudha. Swati Dash. Chinnarao Menda. Anita Curry, Vishakha Singh, Murapala Deepti, Kezia Elizabeth M, Aman Raj, M. Manoj Kumar, PhD in Food Science and Technology, Patricia Michael, Jyoti Mukherjee, Kandlakunta Sumana Maunya, A. Annapurna Reddy, PhD in Microbiology, Allavarapu Dharmateja, Konda Pavani, PhD in Physics, Shravan Kumar T, Kolati Krishna Rao, Penta Saujanya, Mohan Das Maddu, Venkata Sai Suresh T, Sariki Padmavati, Anand Guma, Putiki Babuji, Karri Venkatalakshmi, Vemuru Haragopal, President's Gold Medal for first ranker in MSc Biotechnology, Palaparthi Jayanand Richard Pranay, Dr. MBBS Murthy Gold Medal for first ranker in MSc Chemistry, Rajam Sai Rupa, Professor T. Shivaji Rao Memorial Gold Medal for the first ranker in MSc Environmental Science, Leela Varshini, yes. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in Bachelor of Computer Application, Juhi Lunia. President's Gold Medal for first ranker in Bachelor of Science, Chandaka Anusha.
Award of degrees of BSc in Nursing.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidate whose name are herewith submitted for admission to the degree BSc Nursing. Gold medal, President Gold Medal for first rank, Bachelor of Nursing, Nibedita.
Award of degrees of BSc in allied and healthcare professions.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present you the candidates whose name are with submitted for admission to bachelor degrees in allied and healthcare professions. President Gold Medal for first ranker in BSc Anesthesia Technology, A. Priyadarshini. President Gold Medal for first ranker in BSc Radiology and Imaging Technology, Areli Aravinda. President Gold Medal Technology for first ranker in BSc Renal Dialysis, Elpindo Zagaria Panga. President Gold Medal for President Gold Medal for first ranker BSc Optometry, Priyahangana Vis.
Award of degrees of Bachelor of Physiotherapy.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to Bachelor of Physiotherapy program. President Gold Medal for first ranker in Bachelor of Physiotherapy, Rachel Bond.
Admission to the degrees.
Respected Vice Chancellor, I now request that the candidates whose names are herewith submitted and those in absentia be admitted to their respective degrees.
On behalf of the Executive Council of GITAM University, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of the University, I admit the candidates presented to me and those in absentia to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Architecture, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts, LLM, Master of Pharmacy, Master of Science, Master of Computer Applications, Master of Technology, Bachelor of Architecture, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Technology, Bachelor of Arts, BA, LLB Honors, BBA, LLB Honors, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Computer Applications, Bachelor of Nursing, BSc in Allied Healthcare and Professions, Bachelor of Physiotherapy. In token thereof, you have been presented with these degrees, and I authorize you to wear the stoles ordained as the insignia of your degrees. I permit the registrar to confer degrees on the candidates in absentia and authorize them to wear the stoles ordained as the insignia of their degrees.
Signing the record of degrees by the Chancellor.
Let the graduating students now take the pledge.
I request all the students to please rise for the pledge. Kindly extend your right arm forward. Please repeat after me. I sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degree for which I am a candidate and for which I have been recommended, I will, in my daily life and conversation, conduct myself as befits a member of GITAM deemed to be university. I shall, to the utmost of my ability and opportunity, support and promote the cause of sound learning and strive to set an example of high principles and conduct. I will, as far as in me lies, uphold and advance social progress and the well-being of my fellow human beings. I will never make my knowledge subservient to unworthy ends. I will faithfully and carefully fulfill the duties of the profession that I am trained for. I will, on all occasions, maintain purity and reputation, and that I will never deviate from the straight path of their honorable exercise. Thank you.
Let the pledge of the graduates be considered as administered.
Closing of the 17th Convocation by the Chancellor.
I now close the 17th Convocation.
National Anthem. I request all the graduates and members of the audience to please be seated and pay attention to the following instructions. Graduates of Computer Science Engineering, GITAM School of Business, School of Law, School of Humanities and Social Sciences are requested to stay back here in the current venue. The graduates of GITAM School of Science and Co-Engineering may proceed to Yella Pragada Auditorium to receive their degrees. The graduates of Nursing, Physiotherapy, Allied and Healthcare Professions, Pharmacy and Architecture may proceed to John Hopkins Auditorium to receive their degrees. I request all the graduates and members of the audience to please be seated and pay attention to the following instructions. Graduates of Computer Science Engineering, GITAM School of Business, School of Law, School of Humanities and Social Sciences are requested to stay back here in the current venue. The graduates of GITAM School of Science and Co-Engineering may proceed to Yella Pragada Auditorium to receive their degrees. The graduates of Nursing, Physiotherapy, Allied and Healthcare Professions, Pharmacy and Architecture may proceed to John Hopkins Auditorium to receive their degrees. Thank you.